You're about to listen to Kelly Martin Speaks. I'm your host Kelly and the author of When Everyone Shines But You, a mental health and self-acceptance blogger and a recovering darkness addict. I have experienced intense anxiety, deep depression and life trauma, but I'm coming out of the other side now. Darkness was a comfort zone for me for a long time, and it felt safer than the light. So in this podcast I share with you my journey into the light and how I move through challenge in an empowering way. I'll share with you tools and nurturing ways to embrace your humanity. I was once a shy, scared introvert, afraid to speak, but that's all changing. Let's take this journey together and learn to fly. Hi there, welcome back to Kelly Martin Speaks. I'm your host Kelly Martin and this is episode 113. Now today I was surprised to find out that the topic would be on success and maybe a bit on freedom. I woke up this morning in tears. I felt so sad, so emotional, and I found my own pain story was just supercharged. As many of you know, I've been working on changing the old story that I've been conditioned into for quite a long time. Some days it's easier than others. Other days, like today, it's particularly hard. And this journey from pain and depression is just that, it's a journey. And those of you who have experienced depression will know that it's not as simple as a click of your fingers or positive thinking, or you do a little bit of mindfulness meditation now and again for it to change fully. This morning I felt like one of the Dementors from the Harry Potter series of books had descended into my mind and heart. Now, those that don't know about this, Dementors are kind of a black creature that's in the movies and in the books that sucks sort of the life out of you. And I think it's kind of a representation of J.K. Rowling's depression when she was depressed. Now, I sat at the breakfast table crying over my morning smoothie as the pain story just screamed more and very loudly. It screamed, "Nothing's working. Nothing will ever work for you, Kelly." And so here I am recording this podcast because I need to process this and to understand it more. I was wondering what to do the podcast on, so I shuffled some cards that I have. They're quite psychological, but also spiritual cards, and there are different aspects to the cards. There are gift cards, healing cards, victim cards, unconscious cards, and I genuinely expected to get the victim or the unconscious card today. Instead, what dropped out was 2 gift cards. And the topics were success and freedom. And they both said something big was changing in my life, that success is coming to me and freedom too. And while I try to redefine my interpretation of success, that the pain story, it tells me I'm a failure because of next to zero income coming in. The pain story, it defines success in terms of money for me. Now, for others listening, you may have a definition of success being that you need to be married or have children, have lots of friends or a successful career. Mine is sort of a combination between money and doing something I enjoy, a combined definition. In the past week, I've been drowning a lot in this story, and my friend over a glass of wine shared something with me, which made a lot of sense. He said that I was resisting the blocks or limits from the pain story. I was trying to fix the blocks, fix the limits still. I was screaming at the story, telling it to go away, forgetting again that the pain story is the unconscious, the inner child, that has, for whatever reason, comforting safety measures held within it. And I've addressed many times in my life secondary benefits, how to not have the financial ability to support myself means I feel loved on some toxic level by those who prefer me to remain a failure. I understand that some people in my life are envious of me and prefer me to never be a success in the material sense. So I have this experience of two fights going on inside of me. There's this desire to move forward and let go of the story, and there's the desire to remain the same, to protect my identity as a failure person, and my security as someone who is loved by those who can't handle me another way, a more empowering way. I can see this and what is happening, and I also am aware that fighting or trying to force this perceived block by action, willing myself to do certain things, working extra hard to get the word out about things I'm doing and want to work out, it's created a storm inside that rebels against any change. So I've been both holding myself back to stay in the irrational, toxic love of those who don't know how to love me as a success, and the identity that I have built around being a failure, added to me trying to fight against all these inner wars going on. It's not helpful or useful or healing for me. I'm sharing this all with you today because I feel that others must be experiencing similar and would love to feel differently, to feel relief. There must be those out there who have released, changed, tried positive thinking, all the tools in the toolbox, and yet still feel the progress is so slow going. I want you to know that you're not alone and that we will get through this. It may suck, it may feel like shit, but we'll get through this. And I understand where you're coming from. And I imagine, much like me, you're sick of feeling like success, or your perception of success is like a carrot dangling on the end of a stick always, that you never quite reach. And this is because success it's not out there, it's not in the future. And this is the hardest thing for us failure addicts to grasp hold of or to understand. We may intellectually get it. We may know that we are a success regardless of those things we feel we are lacking. Yet we struggle to feel this internally, deeply and emotionally. It's all on the surface level. It's all intellectual primarily. So what can we do? I can't give you any magic wands right now, I'm sorry, because I'm knee deep in this feeling. All I can say is cry if it comes up. Feel that bloody hard pain that comes from feeling powerless and hopeless to change. Know that, yes, as shitty as it is, it will pass. It may pass like a house brick, but it will pass. So today I will cry, and I will let myself cry. And today I will allow myself to surrender to feeling like a failure and feeling both addicted to it, afraid of success, wanting success, desiring love and support from an identity that no longer suits me. But I'll keep going and trust that even if it feels like a lifetime journey, I will keep going. And as my card said this morning on success, any blocks which are presenting themselves to you are doing so because either there is something for you to learn in order to increase your success, or there is a certain fear of letting go of control, which stops your natural success. When you ski, you don't control the mountain. You go with the flow. In the same way, you allow success. It is neither giving up nor trying to make it all happen your way. And that was by Chuck Spezzano. And I wish you all so much love, and I hope you find a way through this too. And before I head off, I just wanted you to know I will be reducing my podcast content down to only monthly for the rest of the year. Now, if you enjoy weekly content, get in touch. Otherwise, this will continue into 2021. I take about 1 day to create the podcasts and edit the podcasts, so I have to think about other things right now, so it'd have to be really important for me to continue doing it weekly. Now, I will, however, still be writing my blog weekly. And on my blog, Kelly Martin Speaks, right now, I'm currently running a competition to win 6 prizes of inspirational art prints from my new Etsy shop. Now, the post is pinned to the top of the blog if you'd like to enter, and it's open worldwide, and the contest closes on the 27th of September. Thank you, everyone. And if you enjoy my free content on this podcast and blog, I appreciate any donations via PayPal below. Or buy me a coffee via Ko-fi on my podcasting page on kellymartinspeaks.co.uk. Until next month, bye for now. You've been listening to my podcast, Kelly Martin Speaks. I'd really appreciate your feedback. If you're listening on iTunes, please give me a review. It helps me be seen and heard by those that need it. You can also follow me on kellymartinspeaks.co.uk, where you can read my blogs, find out about my book series, and subscribe to my monthly newsletter. I'm also all over social media, so search for me via Kelly Martin Speaks on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. I'll speak to you next week. Bye.